Hey, good morning, everybody. Today's Friday, October 19th. October 18th. Looking at the pre-market, and I'll be trading probably up to noon. I may be done before that, but I will be trading up to noon here. So I'm having some delay here in my YouTube studio, but I just want to move this to a different screen. I'm gonna have to turn this off. All right. Looking at the market right now, looks like overnight we had some bullish move to the upside. We're approaching some resistance in the NQ. Probably same thing in the ES as well. Yeah, we had the round number too, so that's another reason for the market to consolidate or just being rejected at this level we're looking at here in the ES. The pre-market, we have a 26-point range in the ES. Pretty good range here. We bouncing off that resistance. So let's see what happened. I can see how much. Let's see. All right. Definitely looking at the ES here. It's definitely bullish on pre-market, and it's really at resistance right now. By the time the market opens in 20 minutes, we should expect probably a sell-off, pull back to go higher, or could be a sell-off for the whole day. We never know. Because today's Friday. On Fridays like this, if the market's been up all week, which when I look at, I'm going to create a chart here real quick with just a blank chart with nothing on it. Probably gonna make it a daily chart, and we're just gonna look at the ES. I need to move the markings. So I like a black background. Let me move this over here, but we're gonna make it a black background here. It's white. We make the corset white as well. Yeah, that's what this white as well, so we can see the candle wicks and bodies. I like the grid, but let's just gonna make it visible on the line. So you can see here the last few days. This is today's candle. Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, and Monday. So overall, the market is up from the time it opened on Sunday evening, which was right here. Now it's here. So Tuesday kind of wipe out everything that happened Monday, and Wednesday was a little up, and we had basically to me, that looks like a stop run to the highs here. We may get some lower movement today, so we'll have to see and wait what the market gives us today. But then overnight was a nice little bullish move. This area between 59.15 to 59.25, I would say that's an area we may see some reaction here to the downside. I wouldn't be surprised to see the market react, get to that level again and get rejected like as it did yesterday. I'm just gonna wait and the market give us here. But if I look at the NQ, probably gonna be a similar pattern here. Tuesday was really a hard day on the NQ on the downside. This candle here was Monday. This green candle, this red was Tuesday. And today we're trying to go higher again. So if we will, that's the range for the week, like 3/4 of the way up in that range. Again, got rejected hard here toward the end of the day yesterday. So I wouldn't be surprised we get to 20,593. That area here, we may see some fireworks. Sorry, not this line I wanted to always on a line. So to me, still in that body of this red candle today could be interesting. Let's look at gold for a second here. And the gold's been on a definitely uptrend. Today we made a new high, but it got rejected though today, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, and Monday. Monday was more like a side day candle. Definitely lots of buyers up here, but also may get some selling. People banking the profits for the week on gold. We can definitely see some movement to the downside. And lastly, I'd like to look at crude oil. Crude might be, I think we're still in the November contract for crude, if I'm not mistaken. Selling off hard, huh? It's definitely a downtrend here. But there's a trend line right here that you gotta be aware of for crude. It's coming down to that trend line, possibly. Maybe the channel. Let's see where we could place that. That makes sense. Yeah, down here. Crude's been downtrend for a while. There's some pullbacks, but we could say since April, middle of April, crude's been going down. And we had some significant pullbacks to the upside, but it's really been downtrend. Today's range already is pretty big. 9 o'clock. It's 9:19 now, and crude is trading at 69.57. High was 71.21, so it's already have almost a $2 range on the day. The way find my other screen here that I can look at. Definitely would need a pullback on crude to go short. Or since again all week it's been down, could see a little pop to the upside here in the regular session. Oh, more selling off because it's really at a nice support level here. 69.46 was support from yesterday, and it kind of closed all the way higher. Give you like a doji on the daily. So we'll have to wait and see here. But again, yes, it's mainly what I trade. Yes, and Q. It's going higher. Then I would be surprised if we get to this zone between 59.15 and 59.25 and starting to sell off. So got 9 minutes to the open. Let's see what will happen here. Look at all my screens the way I want them to go. Well, selling pretty hard here before the market opens. Maybe they're not even gonna wait until it gets to that range up there to sell it. Beep sound, the beep sound, I don't really need it. So yes, I wonder if this is just a sell-off before the open so they can reload to go higher, or is this gonna continue after the open? Because it's got 4 minutes to the open. Excuse me, my voice is a little bit. I think I should go. At some point, I'm gonna go get some tea. Make myself some tea here. I'm having that raspy voice. So this market is. Yeah, there's gonna be some 3 minutes to the open. There will be some volatility. We're gonna wait. Usually the first 15, 20 minutes. I don't trade in the markets. Wait until maybe around between 9:50 and 10. Sometimes I may take a position, but typically I like to wait for 10 o'clock, the earliest, or unless there's something that's really evident. Because typically the markets like to settle before it opens like this, or at the open. There's going to be a lot of settlement going on. People getting out of position, getting in positions. So it can be very chaotic. Just gotta have to wait and see. Well, I think the idea of this market may be a sell-off today. It looks like it's playing out right now, but we'll just gotta wait and see. I don't think there's any news today, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, there's no news today. At least nothing significant. So yeah, this market is selling off. Again, it's the open. I think it's 9:30. Market just opened. Just gotta have to wait and observe what will happen here. Since I'm not gonna take any position, I'm not gonna be looking for any position right now. I'm gonna make myself some tea, and I'll be back in about 5 to 10 minutes. When it comes to the stream, they know where I'm at. A notepad. Yeah, okay. Let's put this bigger. Format. Yeah. Okay, I'm back. What did I miss? Move this to the side here. Okay, definitely market trying to bounce off the support here. But I think we or see more selling. It is at a resistance. So it's 940 for the ES. I'm looking at 58.97.50. Could be a place to go short between that zone, between 97 and the round number. That could be a place to possibly go short here, but early. It's at the overnight, the Globex VWAP. So that's why we're seeing that hesitation too. No, it's a resistance zone. Globex VWAP, definitely momentum is to the upside now. So we just gotta wait. It's down a little bit like this, so I can see the light. It is at that level, the 58.97, 98 right now. So if we see a rejection here, what I'd like to see is, see a rejection and then an attempt to go higher that fails. If we see an attempt to go higher that fails, either doesn't make the new high or just barely make a new high and turn around, then we might be ready to take a short. Even though when I look at institutional money here, they're definitely long, but they're getting some red too. So meaning we definitely could see some down movement from here. And I'd like to see a pullback, but if we don't get it, not pullback, but a retest of the high per se. Like a retest like this. And then if it fails, it looks like so far they're gone higher with some momentum, but this is another resistance area they're in. So if we see a negative bar here, we might go short on the E. I'm gonna go short based on this chart here. If there's a negative bar on this, I already have my NDT arm to go short. So sell and bar down, on close down, based on this chart here. Definitely this tool comes in very handy because sometimes you may have an idea about a trade, and if the market doesn't line up with your idea, or let me just say the other way around, if your idea doesn't line up with the market, you're not in the trade. So like right now, you should be going short soon based on if things keep going to the downside here. Because if this bar closes negative, we're gonna see the market is gonna take a short. This is just a tool to execute your orders much faster. So like right now, our stop is above this resistance zone. And we have two targets. That's gonna take off two contracts, maybe a little below here at this can I move this down? Move this down here, which is right at VWAP 93.75, and I think we may even go all the way down here and test this level. So if we do, we're gonna be. I have an ATM to bring my stop to break even once I'm up about 10 ticks. But it's one of those things I'll manually manage today because this market is very volatile right now. If it comes back to that VWAP, right below the VWAP, that's my two contracts gonna get off, and then at that point I will definitely time my stop, make it to. Even right now, I could time my stop to above this green line, which is where new bar will form to the upside. If a new bar will form to the upside here, very likely this trade will fail, but if it doesn't, it should be in good shape here. Even this high, I could time my stop to maybe lower it down to 2 points, but I want to give this market some room because we test this high again. Okay, I'm getting some green in the background here. So meaning all the different time frames are lining up together. So again, all right, I got in. I got my first target here. So right now, I'm basically, oh yes, I do forget this particular ATM trail the stop, which I don't want it to be trailing right now. I gotta deal with I don't want to get up. So what I'll do, I'm gonna cancel this order here. I'm gonna manually put my stop in because I don't want to be trailing right this second. Because we're probably gonna get a pullback toward my entry. And my target was down here. So I'll do the trailing myself. I will trail, but I will do it myself. Honestly, if we from the high earlier at 59.06, if we get a measured move, we may go all the way down to. We may go even further down here. So, and this market, when it moves down, markets usually move down much faster than they rise. So 80 could be my ultimate target measured. I have that target based on a measured move from my mouse is sticky. So right now we're just gonna give this trade 97 would be my stop here. So we should see that's very understandable. We're having this fight over here because this is a support zone. So either way, I think my first target got taken out about 4 points. So it's below this VWAP. If we get some movement to the downside here, we'll so what I'd like to see here is a more below 86. More below 86, then I can start lowering my my stop. View here. We have a complete view over here too of the landscape. Again, we have a couple barriers here. We have this support zone. And this line 59.84.5 is definitely could be support as well. Yeah, we got up the first target. Now we're just following the plan to trail, but not too close because we might be taken out here because we're having some movement to the upside. But again, that could be that little swing. They attack that little swing here to get some people long, and they might be reversing it right at the moment here. Oh, welcome. Let me see. Somebody's in the room here. And not in the room, but okay. I'm sorry to hear that, Jimmy. Having some issues with the Ninja Trader and DT somewhere else because I'm done with it. Again, we may get taken out here, which is it's okay if it happens. So we're just following our plans, and sometimes we're gonna get taken out. Just part of trading. The way I trade, I don't trade for 2 or 3 ticks. I trade for whatever the move is gonna give me. I'm gonna take it. But we already pocket 4 points here. Yes, so this is a winning trade regardless. But now we're looking for the trailer to kick in to see if we can get to our target down there at 80. Take 90 out. If we take 90 out here, we definitely have a chance to try to go back to 86. Excuse me, I'm drinking here. I'm drinking my tea because my voice was cracking earlier. So again, it is understandable we're having this fight because we have some support here. And it's a matter of, I say I might be taken out. I might be taken out here. But I think the premise that we had pre-market, which was this market was going to go higher, it didn't make it to 59.15, which I thought it could get to 59.15. It didn't make it there. And we would probably have a bearish day today. Well, it's very early, so we'll find out. We'll find out soon enough. As you can see, there's a lot of indecision here. We've got a gray background on my chart on the top left. Gray background means we have some indecisions. We have some disagreement between the different time frames. So that's why we're having this big fight here. But hopefully we're going to have some resolution soon that will allow us to start actually trailing or stop on that second portion of we just have a high tick. A couple of minutes ago, I wasn't even looking at the other screen. On a downtrend like this, we have a high tick. That could be a place to go short. But again, we may get wicked out of this trade, which is sometimes the unfortunate part. You could be right in trading and not make money. And sometimes you could be trading long and make money, which is very, very disastrous because that's how you build bad habits, by trading reckless and doing stuff you're not supposed to be doing, and you make money. You think, okay, I'm gonna keep doing that until he blows up in your face. I'm talking from experience. So right now we just waiting and see what this market gives us. It's kind of ranging here. Get another sip of tea. And you can see we have those two lines here. That blue line and that red line here. Same thing, you range it over here too. 951 before you went higher. Look at my order flow chart here on my order screen. Let's see. That's not the one that I want to see. Okay. Got some selling coming into the market now. Yeah, I've got some heavy selling coming in. But yeah. Also, we had the value area low, which could be a support too. There's a lot of things here that could say this market may be bouncing here, but at the same time, since overall, we've seen from the opening here, the sellers have been in charge. So let's see what happens. I think buyers are stepping in. Sellers are fighting back. That's probably, unfortunately, I might be taken out here. But if I do get taken out, we'll probably look for another setup short if it presents itself at 95 level. It's definitely, well, I got within the point to my stop. Just looking at my order flow chart. Looks like some buyers got trapped at 95, at 96. If the sellers follow through here, we should see some movement to the downside, but at the same time, those buyers can, I don't know if the market's going to rescue them. Trading takes a lot of patience. I think, yeah, they're above 96. I think 97 is, if I get taken out here, we're going to wait until maybe 10:30 to initiate another position, because at that point we'll have the initial balance form. Then we'll have a better idea of what the lay of the lane is. Now the thing is, my entry was based on my Minarenko bars, not the Unirenko. The Unirenko turned around a little early, before the Minarenko bar does. So what I'll do is, based on the size. But what I'll do here, after this trade, I will change my entry based on the Unirenko bar, because that way I can get in a little earlier than, if the setup is there, it's there. If I can get a better pricing, because I probably would have gotten in at least maybe 2 or 3 ticks earlier. So that means my stop would have been at 97.50 or 97.75. But we are still in this trade. We're looking to see what this market's gonna do. We're approaching 10 minutes after, almost 10 minutes after 10. It's 10:06 right now. So as you can see, the 96 area is a big resistance. Lots of fighting going on here. From looking at the volume profile, 98.25 POC. So meaning they may go test that up there, which would mean my trade, I'd be out of the trade. But again, we're just gonna hang on to our wolves and trade it accordingly. Yeah. Okay. Order cancel. Got taken out. Now we're just gonna have to wait until 10:30. We can't. Now if they go above the round number, I think we might be going higher here. And coming out of this congestion area, they also broke a trend line to the upside. So meaning we may say high for the session. So at this point, I'm open to both sides, either the short side or the long side. Again, we're hitting that resistance. In the meantime, what I could do is I'm gonna close this here. We're gonna add the NDT on here instead. Make it trade the 15 today. That way we can see. Also, I can put some stop limit there too. All right, I wouldn't be surprised this market turn around right here either, because it hit almost hit the round number. Yeah, definitely had that resistance at the round number. Looks like they're pushing through it. The NQ is doing definitely we're definitely bullish at the moment. But again, we're having all this overhead resistance. Market's above the VWAP, so definitely all sign points to the upside at the moment. May not be for long. Right now, we looks like the same setup happened on the bigger scale, because earlier we had a couple bar pulls back right here. I believe when I went short earlier, which was right on here. We have the little mid high here, and then we tested and go short right on this area, about 96 3/4. Now they're doing it here again, I believe. That's probably what just happened here. But we're gonna stay with our plan, which is let's wait for 10:30. So I'm looking at this trend line. There's a trend line up coming to the downside. My other chart, under 1 minute chart I'm looking at here. I don't want to move this over here for a minute. So we got a trend line coming here. So they're approaching that. If they break that, we should probably see more movement to the downside. Earlier I mentioned they broke a trend line to the upside. That's the one that they did break here. So out here when they move this up, but that's the 1 minute chart. We see if we're gonna break that. The safer trade here to the downside, if we're gonna go short, would be below 91, below that zone, even below 90. That's the safer entry if we're gonna go short. Which again, my overall assessment from the pre-market was we may have a sell-off today. It's a very early in the game. It's only 10:14. Again, it's hitting that zone and bouncing. So what I'd like to see happen here is a break, take those people short. Take some. I think if we get a break to the downside here, and then a retest, and we're gonna go to the next zone, then I will be interested. If it breaks, give me a pull back here and give me a negative bar below 91. Not the first time it gets below 91. The second time it goes below 91, then I'd definitely be interested in the short from 91 to 86. At least that. And again, the ultimate target for me could even be that zone down here, about 72. And yesterday, if you look at the video from yesterday, 72 was a number that I was targeting to the downside going, because it was a overnight low from yesterday. So let's see. Or, yeah, I mean, definitely right now favoring the short here today. Move this out of the way. Yeah, you probably ask why I'm not going short yet, because it's out of support. You don't go short at supports like this, because you may get a bounce here. Like when it breaks the support and we test it from the other side, then it's a clearer short. Because if I go short here, my stop needs to be all the way up here. So you're looking at almost a 10-point stop. But if I go short down here, if your breaks come back below 91, let's say I go lower I go short at 90 3/4. I only need like a 3.5 point stop, maybe 4 if I want to give it more. So that's the difference between just waiting for the setup to really be clear and also having the pullback behind you, because here we still may get a pullback, testing those high again, or just unnecessary risk to take here, because you're going to have a much bigger stop, which means you can have a much bigger stop and still waste the same amount of money if you do a dynamic position sizing, which I typically do. Instead of trading 3 contracts like I did earlier, I can trade 1. But If I just wait a little bit here, I can see what's happening. 13 more minutes, we'll have the defined initial balance. And from there, I can have some definite levels that I know, hey, this is the IB low. This is the initial balance low. This is the initial balance high. This is the midpoint of the initial balance. Also, I can see what the extension is going to be, if we're going to go higher from the initial balance or lower from there. So something here in this indicator while we're waiting. Jimmy, I hope your Ninja Trader issues are solved or getting better. Again, that's why we don't just jump in short here, because we have some support. So I don't want VWAP. It's going to play around there for a while until they decide to go one way or the other. And change this setup there. Sure. Oh, there you go. And another reason that we might be looking to sell this market, it's according to the value curve here. It's an expensive market, so it's in the retail area. Yeah, you can see in my Unirenko chart here. I think I'm probably gonna move this out of the way because no, actually, you know what? I think I should. I'm gonna reload this script over here. Yeah, we're looking at some down movement here. Now we're approaching 1030, so meaning we may get below 86 and reverse it too. So that's another scenario we might be looking at, because typically at 1030, if the market is trading at the initial balance high or initial balance low, usually there's a fade move that happens at those levels as well. So meaning if it's at the initial balance low, we may see a move higher. If it's at the initial balance high, we may see a move lower a lot of times. But sometimes it's just going to keep going because the momentum is really strong. And those levels can be used as support or resistance level in the future. So if he breaks the initial balance low, typically he's going to come back and retest it. And that initial balance low will be a resistance. If he breaks the initial balance high, usually he's going to come back and retest it on the other side as support. I think that's not the one I want. I want to take this off. All right, so as you can see right now, we're playing around this level, 95, 94. But again, to me, if I had to take a position, it definitely would be to the downside at this point. Looks like everything's lining up. We got some momentum dots to the downside here. I'm starting to think here, if we get a new, because the background's starting to line up, it's 1025. So my entry would have been at 92 even, and my stop would have been at 96.50 if I were to get an entry down here at 92. And I'd like to wait for 1030 here to see what, it's five minutes from here. Everything is showing like we're going lower. Look at the MNQ. Same thing, kind of consolidate around this level. NQ there's no background, but yes, we got a background here that tells me, hey, things starting to line up on the downside. Yeah, this is a setup that I like to trade on the indices. It's like a double pullback. It went down, gave me a pullback, came down again. That's the first pullback, and that's the second pullback forming here. Now, if we can not take this high, even sometimes we may even take this swing. If we can take this thing down here, that might be something. It looks like it's breaking the support here. Definitely. Everything is in line to go lower here at the moment. 92.50. That's right at the value area low as well. So again, what I'd like to see happening here, the clean break, come back down. So let's see if we get that. Well, my mentor is just to call this a break, hook, and go. You break the level, come back to it on the other side, hook, and go. My entry would be right here. Oops. Oh, mute it for a second until I fix it. Even the microphone is going down. This market is bouncing a little bit now, though. Okay, momentum is coming to the upside now. Wonder if we're gonna be testing the round number here again, and it's 1031. So we got our initial balance. So we know what those levels are. Initial balance is basically the high and the low of the first hour of trading for the regular trading hours. From 9:30 to 10:30, the high, the low is the initial balance. So now we may see something to the downside going on here. Because this is far away enough from the support, when I say far away, it's about 2 points away. You could tempted to say, hey, if I take a position short here, my stop, I can go 3-4 point stop away enough, but I think we may see a retest of the round number. If we see a retest of the round number here, if it doesn't go over 5902, I have a chance to short it even at a higher price. It's approaching that resistance at 5900. So if you were to get there, also the resistance zone is the value area high is right there as well. The value area is basically the area of the market that about 2/3 of the trades, the transactions have been taking place. So if it stays within this area, it's in value, meaning, you're probably going to see the market moving, but the moves might be a little bit measured, not too crazy. But when it gets out of value, the market can move quickly because there's not a lot of orders or there's not been a lot of activities there to stop the market from moving really wild, because the market thrives on, if there's nothing in the way, it's going to be moving faster. So like right now, I think it would be a risky short. Well, actually, let's see. 97.50 would be my, Again, I'd like to see 1 or 2 bars to the upside and a negative bar. Then we may want to engage short here. But until then, it's right on top of the resistance. Now, even though the NQ is saying we're going lower, I think also for the NQ, I'm going to do the same. I'm going to put, at this point, it's definitely showing we really never got to... It's funny, that thing never got over my stop earlier. Beyond my stop by 1 tick. It went beyond my stop by one tick. My stop was at 97. It went to 97.25. So, all right, this is what I'd like to see here, because we have this behind us. We have the VWAP. We're getting some colors. I think at 92, like I wanted to go short earlier, I might do that, but really with a tight stop. Did I have a close? Yeah, let's go short here. I'm gonna put a stop at 95. If it goes to 95, I want to be out of this trade, or maybe 95.5. Again, it's on top of that support. That's kind of problematic, but with the momentum coming in here, I think we might be in and get to this level here. What I may do is just give it the full. My full stop really should be about 5 points here. It's about 96.5 or so, even above the swing. We'll give it the full stop here. It is above the swing, 97.50. I think I got prematurely got in this position here, but we'll see if it's going to work out or not. Gonna give it a little more room to go, but hey, because it's really everything was lining up to plunge a little down. If we get another move down here, we might even double a position, honestly, and then we can time the stop, because then we can still reach the same amount, but with a tighter stop. It was kind of, looks like we're getting a loser on the hand here. Let's see. Let's go back. Let's put this here. Thing is, let me go up 1 tick and take you out. So my interest at 91.50. I'm seeing 6. Now, momentum is to the upside. It's either get one more tick, because It may give me a tick above here and tag me out, but still. There you go. About to tag me out here. Well, that was a loss. Yeah, the support did hold. Sorry. Since they couldn't break that support and they're having green background, everything lined up to the upside. So should consider some longs right now. And I wouldn't be surprised either that they went after that swing and they turning it around. So definitely was a risky short down here at that support. Looking at the order flow, everything looked like it was lining up to the downside. So I'm not gonna. The only thing is, I definitely could have been more patient and wait for the full break of the support, and I did not do that. Because when I got in, we were right in that background. Everything's starting to line up to the downside, but it didn't actually happen. Okay, well, it's 10:43. Now we're above the VWAP, we bounce off that support, and the structure is down. Let's see what happened. Well, we can't go long right here. Would be chasing it long, but it's approaching that 5,900 level, the round number. So if we get above this this zone, get above 5,902, can break, come back down to that zone at some point and go higher. I think definitely be open for a long here. So now, basically, based on what I just experienced in this zone here, this is a congestion zone. This is consolidating right here between 58.99. 5,900 and 58.93. So that's a 7-point zone here. Now, if we come back and break, these are the two setups I'm waiting for right now. Getting in here in that mess got me stopped out. Definitely looks like order flow is to the upside at the moment. But we're approaching that round number. I'd be surprised to see some kind of rejection around that area. We're approaching also the morning session high, which sits at, let's see, 59.01. Got my last drop of tea. Right now, lots of indecision. To just wait and see what the market does here. At the moment, the upside looks like it has the momentum, but again, we got a resistance level, so a push down here would not surprise me either. So that's why when you're not too sure, you just keep your powder dry. Really, I should have definitely done here, because clearly it wasn't a break to the support, but there was so much momentum at that particular time. There's not much volume either since the minute started, which is the minute just started. Okay. No, the minute 45 seconds into it, only 500 contracts was traded. So anything over 1,000 plus, then you can see here there's enough contracts going across the times and sales that will give us if there's some conviction or not. And I think the NQ is kind of selling off here. So the ES might follow suit. See what happened there. Because that's a doji here, and in the 5-minute full screen. So we got this doji indecision. I mean, I don't trade per se candlesticks patterns, but or at least I don't just look at the candlestick pattern and say, hey, this is what the candlestick does, this is what the market's going to do. Those are not really predictive. Not, at least not in my book. I think because the NQ is selling off like this, the ES is at a place where a sell could be a possibility here, but I don't think I want to wait too long to see the trade. I can be patient while I'm on the sideline. I don't have to be in the trade to test my patience, because definitely that looks like if you were to go short here at 97.50, that's probably not a bad place. Stop 5 points above. So again, ES is selling off. Sorry, NQ is definitely showing more of a sell-off than ES. So it's already at 95, 94.5. Again, we're looking to sell at 97.50 when I said that. So, but again, this could be a pullback from that leg up, even though the swing was higher than this. So this was a lower low compared to this one. So really, we're in position of second, we're no man's land. This market could go either way. And NQ selling off could be a sign that ES will be selling off hard as well too. Because the NQ is definitely selling off pretty hard. NQ is at VWAP, so a bounce here at VWAP is not something that will shock me. I will not be surprised if there's a bounce to the upside here in the NQ because it's at VWAP. And because the ES was selling off as hard, so it tells me we might get more movement to the upside. This is yeah. Again, I could have taken it long after this bar form here. This bar at 896. But again, I do want to keep my I word to myself, which was wait for break above 5902 if I were to go long and go wait for the pullback and then engage long. Check something here on my big picture chart, the daily. Successful trading is boring. You're gonna wait more than you trade. That's just part of the deal. Now on the NQ, if you don't make a new low, because the NQ sold off way more than the ES. Let's see. So yeah, I think we're below the cloud. Yeah, this is definitely a little short setup here. In the bigger picture. Now it's a matter of can it break to that zone? That's a nice support zone right here. I might try the NQ. There's what else I got here. We got that double pullback on the NQ. Came back down. That's one time. That's the second time. Really, the conservative stop would be 2087, 2088, which is about 20 points from where we are here. But such momentum is coming back again to the upside. They can't break that area. So if they cannot break it, eventually this will go higher. If I'm looking, this trend line got broken, came back and tested the back side of the trend line. Break, hook, and go. Based on this trend line, but we'll have to wait. Okay, it's a fair value gap on the 2000 tick chart. So again, that could serve as support here. Very tight at this point because of everything that's happened from this bottom, and they couldn't break it. This market looks like it's heading higher. Now, if we get a pullback on the NQ and get into that green zone without closing lower, we may want to go long here and put our stop below that swing. I think I put NDT on here for NQ yet. 1 second, doesn't want to come back in. All right, I'm gonna stop away from the desk for a minute. All right, we may try it long on the NQ here. All right, so we long the NQ. I get to the next zone here at 524. The NQ presents a clearer path than the ES. ES got to break this resistance. And the NQ, the next resistance really is at 500 will probably be a zone of some kind of resistance there. But if we blow past that, I think 525 is 20,525 is probably a good place to go to take my profit there. We're getting some green background on the NQ, so things starting to line up. Stop is at the right place. If you were to come back and get me out here, that's fine. Matter of fact, the NQ I can look at even but let me go and look at the NQ on my structure chart. Not time yet to move my stop to break even. If we break 505, may move to break even or close to it. Daughter's calling me. Let me see. That was my daughter calling me. So where we are, yeah. She doesn't call me at this time, so I figured I'd pick up the phone. She's at school. Okay, up 10 points. That's kind of heading the right direction here. Again, see the NQ, the ES hasn't really moved much here. We definitely could get a breakout, but at the same time, it may not happen. So again, NQ, we're gonna move our stop to above this swing here. We should tighten our stop a little bit, or even wait for the pullback, because we know if we break that swing, most likely what may happen is a pullback again into that range. As long as it doesn't take that swing, the setup is still valid. So if you're trading the NQ, it's not something that you want to move your stop right away, because you don't want to move your stop too quickly with the NQ, because they're always probing, and again, things are lining up on the ES2 to go higher. And on all this mess, we had a low tick on the ES2 on the beginning. The market was really quote unquote oversold. But quote unquote oversold. But yeah, we should see some push higher here. Momentum is definitely to the upside. And I'm looking at my EDQ order flow. Nice. Looks like it's pointing green here. But again, the NQ is one of those beasts that can flip on you like real quick. So looking at my overall chart here for the NQ, the IB high is again, my target's at 25. The IB high is about 523. So meaning they may go and poke, pass through the IB high for a little bit, and then come back down. Just gotta be patient. Yeah. A lot of times people are very patient with the losers and not patient with the winners. So gotta be patient both ways. Now the losers, if it's a clear loser, that's why you have a stop to tell you, hey, you are wrong, and this thing just come back and get us out. It's back and get us out. That's part of the trade. Entry was at 83.75, because again, it wasn't time for me yet to move my stop to break even. Moving my stop to break even here would have been a break even trade already. I know that. Yeah, we can say, hey, you could re-enter, but at that point, in the mindset that you're at that point, you're more subject to do revenge trading on just let the trade work itself out. If it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But putting yourself to break even here, and then the trade we got taken out, and then you got long again, or you may want to get short, then you're overreacting to what the market is doing, and then you lose control of yourself. Trading the market mainly and primarily is really the ability to control yourself under pressure, the ability to know when to act and when not to act, because we don't want to be overreacting, because this was already something that we already factor in. The market doesn't move in one straight line. It goes up, it goes down. There's going to be pullbacks. And that's what we just experienced here. He came back right to my entry. He would have taken me out, and then goes my way. I mean, this is one of the most frustrating thing for me in trading, is knowing that I was right, but I still didn't make any money. Being wrong is part of trading. You're going to be wrong. But when you think, okay, I have this situation, I assess it right, and then I let my fear take over, and I don't follow my plans. The plan was, hey, we're going to move this when we're above this swing, which is about 500. Above 500, 505, we're going to move our swing. We're going to move our stop. So got green background here. If we still have, it may come back and tag us out. For all we know, that's fine. But again, we following our plans. When you follow the plans, and if you have an edge in the market, and you follow that edge, eventually you'll make money. You may not make money today, but eventually you will make money. So that's the name of the game. So to give us reference, I'm gonna put a white line around 505 here. If we get above that white line, well, it's just a blue line on here. On my regular computer, it's a white line, but this is a blue line. This is my VPS. So if we get that, all we can ask for right now is give the market, let it do what it's going to do. There's nothing I can do to push this market out. I just want to follow where it's going. There's nothing I can do to move it. No willpower, no prayer, no hope. The market will eventually, if you got a solid plan, making money will be eventually something that you do. So the market got to, what's the high on this candle? Well, it's 99 and a quarter. 499 and a quarter. Pulling back a little bit here. All this time I've been talking, and I was talking about the fact that the ES is breaking to the upside. I thought my mic was on, but I was muted. And I was saying that if they're moving in the same direction, because they're highly correlated, so you have a better chance of having a more sustained move. Now, we approach that 505. It is safe to say we're going to move our stop below that swing. Not exactly at break even, but it's really almost break even. You know, give it like a couple points below that low swing that was formed earlier. So that's a matter of time. I believe that we're going to go higher here. It's a matter of time that that target hopefully get hits at 525. Now, once we approach 525, we're gonna trail a stop bar by bar, meaning I'm gonna put it below that red line. There's the green line saying, hey, if price closes above this, I'm gonna get a new bar. If price closes below that red line, I'm gonna get a bar in the opposite direction. So if we break this little fair value gap area here, if we break it, then we may think about, hey, let's move in a little bit of profit. But until we do that, really, this trade, because the thing is, you don't want to be your losers to be full losers and your winners to be just a fraction of your losers. So you want if you're gonna have a loser, let it be small. In this particular case, it would be really like 2 points, 2.5 points, 10 ticks, and I'm looking for 120 ticks. So that's a big difference. So if I do this more often than not, let's say I do that half of the time, even if I do that 40% of the time that it's successful, I'm still going to be a winner in the long run, because a lot of times people look at trading as, what's my win rate? Your win rate doesn't have anything to do with you being a successful trader. You could be successful 90% of the time and still be a losing trader. So it's a matter of how big is when you win, how big are your winners? How big are your losers when you lose? So I usually aim to be at least my winners to be twice as big as my losers. That's the aim. That's always going to happen, but that's what I aim for. So if I can do that, I don't have to be. If I'm right about 40% of the time, I'm still probably going to be profitable. I believe we're approaching 11:30, which is kind of where London closes, I believe. So if we approach that 11:30, and definitely, like I said in the preview, in the pre-market, I'd probably be trading until around 12. So it's 11:24 at the moment. If it gets to whether this trade gets done before, once this trade gets done, I think I'll be done trading for the day. So I'll be getting off soon. Again, we have momentum to the upside at the moment, even though right now we knew there could be a possibility that 5505 was going to be resistance, because that was the previous swing, not 5505, 505, I mean 505. So the market doing that now doesn't surprise us, because we're prepared for it. We're prepared for it, and the way we acted, and also mentally, just even way before it happened, we knew, hey, this a high probability that there's going to be some fighting going on up there. Now, since we're long, we would like the bulls, the buyers to win. But if it doesn't happen, it'll be a very, very small loss. I've got some order flow to the downside here, but looking at my order flow here, yeah, definitely we have some aggressive selling, which is, again, the area I wasn't even looking at it in my order chart in my own computer. 507 was the value area high. So that's definitely understandable that we're having that fight. If it comes back down all the way to 81 and a quarter and take me out, at this point, I think I'm probably gonna hang up my cleats anyway. I'm gonna I'm gonna pack up my toys and go home. But yeah, so the more prepared you are mentally to know what may happen, all the scenarios, when they happen, you don't get shocked. You're not like in panic. You're not hoping and praying. You just go with the plan, go with the flow. And if this thing comes back and tag me out here, that's part of the market. That's nothing I can do about it. Me trying to go and put my stop tight here would be outside of my plan. So that's why that would be outside of my plan. So that's why right now I'm calm, cool, and collected, because I just know this trade is just one out of many. And if this doesn't work out, I already made up my mind. Win, lose, or draw, we're going to be done trading for the day. And most likely here we're looking at, as a matter of fact, I'm looking for more than 120 ticks. I'm looking for about 160 ticks, really. 40 points. Now, with that break, I can say to myself, we had a couple attempts to come back to this level at 92. I could probably move my stop below, the right edge on this, on the cloud here. And just let it be. If I get in 5 points, just pay for the commissions and then some. But like right now, we know the likelihood we get 22 points down compared to 12 points up. The 12 points up is more likely to happen. Trading is all about probabilities, not possibilities. Because a lot of time when I first started trading, I used to look at it as possibility. Yeah, it's possible the market may move 40 points, but it's probable. Yeah, it is very probable at this point that for my entry is going to move 40 points, because this is a supply zone that's going to have a lot of selling happening up here, or even buying too. So let's see what happened. I definitely could do a buy by bar here. Virtually my stop is basically right here. Let me put it there just in case. I can just drop it right there. So my stop being there, we're looking at about 23 points. 22 and a quarter to be exact. So that's not too bad of a trade. So essentially today we had 3 trades. One winner on the ESMES. There you go. We got taken out on the profit target. Again, right here, you may just blow through here, but also we may get a pullback. Because that's what the market does. I mean, right there, everybody, if you have the right tools and the right markings on your chart, that zone was going to be a zone where, hey, there could be a rejection there. And it did happen. Got taken out for 40 points on the MNQ. MNQ. Now the market is getting expensive now. So, and there's the high be high, the NQ. And so that rejection happens. We're going to see probably stay on stream for the next 10 minutes, and we'll end the stream. For next time we get more people watching the stream. We got one live person watching, which is great. Thank you for being here. But if you like content like this, and definitely share with your friends, with people that you know that may be looking for a place to just look at the market from the eyes of somebody that's been trading for a while and have may have a different perspective. Because trading it's all it is. It's a game of disagreement. When I buy, somebody has to sell to me, meaning we disagree where the market may be going. So if they sell to me, they think it's going to go lower. If I buy, I think it's going to go higher. So it's a game of disagreement. So the sellers need the buyers need the sellers. So I took my profit where I took it because there was a high probability the market was going to be rejected there. And that's what happened. If you're looking at the chart in the middle, top middle, that was a nice little rejection. That's about almost 20 points down from the high. And the IB high is a nice place to do that manipulation. We know there was a high probability. We didn't know what was going to happen, but there was a high probability that the market was going to go through the IBI, the initial balance high, and then shut down like it's doing right now. No surprises. While we don't know what the market is going to do, but we can always prepare ourselves to the possibilities, to the probabilities. Instead of possibilities, yes, but inside those possibilities, there's some probabilities that we need to focus on. And hey, this market, when you get to that zone, not shut down. That's exactly what's happening now. I don't have to pray for the market to come back up. I don't have to do any of that. Since I already hit my quota of trades, I like to take about 3 to 4 trades a day. Because if I take 3 trades and all 3 are losers, that means I'm not in sync with the market. I should stop trading. I got a 3 strikes rule. 3 strikes, like baseball, you're out. Today, got 3 trades on the stream. 2 winners and 1 loser. And the loser and the first winner was about the same size, and this is definitely way more than what the loser was. So we have this covered. So there you have it. So but everybody had a good weekend and enjoy some time with your family and friends and your loved ones. It's 11:36 on a Friday, October 18, 2024. This is Joseph. I'm signing off. God bless. See you guys next week.